What up, what up?
What's good, guys? We here.
It's right in the middle of a discussion. They turned us on, man. You know what I'm saying? Right in the middle of a heated discussion about boxing and MMA, man. But we here. Shout out to Flight, man. She's not here with us, but she here all the time.
Shout out to
You know,
Flight.
her presence is always felt and known.
It's going to be a interesting week, man. Your boy a little under the weather. You see I got the mask in case I got a cough. You know what I'm saying?
He was doing all that screaming yesterday on the phone. He don't want to tell y'all.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We had our little. We was on the phone for about an hour going at it. But you know, that's what brothers do. I call it verbal sparring.
Verbal sparring. We gonna get to
The
it.
box, son. That nigga was eating the box.
There you go.
Wild pause, man. Yeah.
We had some good content that wasn't presented to everybody. That's what was going on.
We was cooking.
Big
we was
girls
cooking.
over there.
Saying big girl. Hey.
You had one of them big girls over there, you hear me?
Nah.
Man. But ain't nothing wrong with big girls.
We start with the introductions. We still introducing at this point, man. We've been going like
I'm
3
Marcus.
months.
I'm gonna start off. I'm
right.
Marcus. I'm one of your fight bookies, and I got the brand Ohio Runs Boxing. A lot of people out here that follow boxing, y'all know who I am. What's good, man? Shout out to y'all.
It's Lord Jomo, man. You know, your heavy duty cutie. I'm saying here we another great episode. At this point, if you don't know who we are, man, I kind of agree, man. You haven't paid enough attention.
For real. This your boy Alex, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it. What y'all want to start with?
We can start. Do we ever touch on the Alicia Bogartner getting taken off the pound for
Nah,
pound?
we ain't followed that. We ain't followed that. Let's talk about it.
Well, ESPN took her off the pound for pound list.
Bless you.
I think it's fair. I'm an Ohio guy. You know, I always rock with my Ohioans. But you got to be consistent. I think we all agree. Can't have Tyson Fury and Canelo on the pound for pound list if y'all taking her off because she tested positive.
Facts.
You got to be consistent. I mean, we can't pick and choose, and that's the only thing I don't like because then y'all make it obvious it's about race. You know what I mean? Y'all make it very obvious it's about race.
Think gender plays a part at all?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one too. It could. Gender definitely could play a big part, but my thing is they trying to make it like they're trying to clean up the sport and take you. You got to do that on the man side too. So I don't have a problem with it. I just feel like you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Don't make it where we can see loopholes.
Yeah.
Picking and choosing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's cold. Yeah, I don't think that's right. But
do you think the perception is worse because it's a woman? Do you think it stands out more because it's a woman taking PEDs than a man?
It's personality. It's personality. She offends people sometimes. You know, she's brash, she arrogant, and so on. So, and that plays into the role. You know, likability, it's not supposed to. We're supposed to just be, you know, straight up and down the blind scale of justice. But that's not how it is. You factor in whether you like this person. You know what I mean? That's like when you go to sentencing. You go over in the court. You hear me? The judge likes you. You look better. It helps. She's brash. She's offensive, and that's the role she's playing. And so now she's paying a little bit for it. You know what I mean? It helps. It hurts.
Swag. She got swag. They wait for that. They wait for people like that to have some type of, flaw. You know what I mean? So, like I said, she's not perfect. I'm not defending everything. She said she's guilty. And right. So she still says she has some other stuff that that hasn't came out that she wants to present.
I'm trying to wait for when this is gonna come out. We was talking about this the other day. Like, man, she said information coming tomorrow. I waited for that day. It came and went, and she didn't prop any information. So at this point, it's like
that's the natural spin. That's the natural spin. Oh, it's coming out tomorrow. Just wait. Innocent before feeling guilty. That's the natural spin of things. That's what PR 101. You get what I'm saying? The fact of it is, she's guilty of using PEDs.
Right.
Now it's talking about the severity of it. You know what I'm saying? Is it a misdemeanor, a oops, transgression?
Yeah.
Or is it a deliberate, I was trying to cheat? That's what it was. She was like, yeah, I tested positive.
So you think
but
that's
it
all
should be, was it over the counter? Oops,
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
or was it, nah, fuck that, I'm legitimately doping and acting like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What do you think? What's your guess?
What I think? The fuck out of you was cheating. You know what it was? I don't think you was blatantly, obviously, I'm just cheating.
Yeah.
She wasn't just like, fuck it. But I think you saw the line and you told the line.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes that's natural a little bit. You know, you may not use a steroid, but I know people that use precursors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or this is a steroid. Asthma medicine. Every swimmer don't have asthma.
Right.
But the pump is actual steroid. It's a
So
stimulant.
you don't think it was malicious?
You know,
but
I don't
she
think it's a
probably-
malicious attempt to,
All right.
to circumvent the rules.
Yeah.
I think she told the line. I do. Fuck out of here. You did it. Suffer.
Ohio runs. What you think, bro? Give us the Ohio perspective.
My answer is this: it has to be consistent. I told you this the other day. Don't put me in a situation. I support my fighters, all 24, but don't put me in a situation where I have to be unbiased, where I have to tell the truth regardless of the situation. You're gonna be mad at me or not. She could have done it. Yeah, she. Could that be?
Right. Give her a pass. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. I always want to give the fighter the benefit of the doubt because it's like, for you to intentionally doing that, you know you're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? So how could you be that fucking stupid to try to dope yourself up for a performance unless you know what I'm saying? So I always give them, when they say they ain't know, I want to believe them, but you never know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, here's the thing. So many fighters, we have, like Paul Malignaggi say about 80% of the fighters is dirty. I mean, that's a big percentage from what Paulie said.
I don't believe
that's
that
wild.
shit.
Hold on, but listen. I've always said I had to stand. That's shame on you. I'm mad, whatever. But I can forgive a fighter. Any fighter who tests positive the first time. It's the multiple times where I'm like, okay, I got to get away from you. Your accolades, now we're going to start to question your accolades. You know what I mean? I said the same thing. I'm a Wilder fan. But when he beat Luis Ortiz, people was picking and choosing. Okay, he beat Luis Ortiz twice, but Luis Ortiz was on PEDs. Now, don't get me wrong. We still called that a good win. But why do we give credit to Luis Ortiz if he tested positive for his wins? We don't know if he was dirty on every performance.
That's my guy, too.
That's my dude, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to give credit to Wilder for beating him, yeah. But is Luis Ortiz one of his best opponents? We're going to say, yeah. But my thing is, why are we giving credit if the man tested positive twice? You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's my thing.
It affects your integrity. It takes away your integrity, and then for example, your journalistic integrity. Like he's got to cover across the board. I'm gonna give you fair. You know what I mean? So your integrity of your wins, your integrity of your resume now is in jeopardy. That's the problem. I tend to give the athlete the benefit of the doubt, but I do hold them accountable for who's working with you. You have to know your nutrition. You have to know your chef. You have to understand. They have to understand what these rules are.
Right.
They have to, hey, listen, I know you might enjoy this, but you can't do this because of. So it's your job to hire the right people, to put the experts in place. That's what we have to do. Now, when we talk about like Ortiz and the Wilder situation, we're going to praise him for beating a chemically enhanced fighter. But like he said, you got to do that. You have to go back to his resume. We're gonna have to, everything might have to be in question now. You know what I'm saying? Everything might have to be in question now.
I said this with Jarrell Big Baby Miller. We was seeing,
tested twice.
he was reputation for throwing the most punches as a heavyweight. I mean, the man threw a lot of punches. The moment when we
Do we bring up Roy?
oh,
We don't bring, look, yeah. What'd you say? You said nah, right?
Hold on, don't do that. I'm putting out PEDs.
No, I thought you were saying it for the reason
Nah.
I was saying it for, because
Let
we don't.
let me put out something I know people know this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pivot to another sport, tell you what PEDs are.
Yeah.
When NBA never tested for PEDs. The NBA never tested for that. The year they started testing, all the players started losing weight. All the players were like, oh, my knees, I need to lose weight because of all of a sudden, the LeBrons, the Melo, everybody all of a sudden went vegan and was, I need to get back to my former weight. Coincidentally, when the year they started testing for it. So there's,
I ain't know that.
not a lot of people didn't know that. These are the things I know. So when they started testing with the PEDs in boxing, everything changed.
Yeah.
You know, when the tests come up, everybody hurt. My
Right.
middle calacal or my finger is hurt. You know what I mean? Listen, 85% is nuts. That's wild. No fucking 85% of boxers doing it. It's too expensive to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's way too expensive.
Yeah.
That number is unbelievable. There's way more people doing it than people acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're not pointing out. And you got to salute Floyd, because Floyd was the one like, nah, fuck that. Everything across the board.
Yeah.
Everything across the board. People forget that.
Yeah, he
And we need
championed
to-
that.
You know what I mean? He
You know what I'm
championed that.
saying? Yeah. The reason I said Roy, do we bring that up? Because nigga, Roy is the closest thing to God, bro, that we got as black men. I don't give a fuck if he took him or not, nigga. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about if Roy did PEDs, and it don't matter.
Yeah.
It's Roy Jones, bro.
It's Roy.
Talk about
That's
something
so
else.
true.
Talk
That
about
is
something
so
else.
freaking true.
Talk about something else.
And my thing is, why he did. When you see Roy didn't. I don't think he took it his whole career, because people they mix that up too. They say, oh, well, he's been taking it just don't know. When he started to go up in weight, heavyweight, and then drop back down, that's when I said, okay, that's his gap when Roy was doing it. Roy wasn't always doing it. And like you said, he popped one time. I'm a forgiver when these guys pop dirty. I like Lamont Peterson, one of my favorite fighters too. He popped it dirty after the Amir Khan fight. I give a chance, but I just don't want multiple offense, man. When you're doing it multiple times, that's when I start to lose respect, because you're doing it. You're getting caught and you're still trying to do it. So it's like you don't have confidence to think you can fight without taking any of these substances.
Right.
That's a problem to your
that's
mental.
wild. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what it is? I talked to the guy about PED use. I got work out. PED use, he said, one of the things he said was age. Age, you find age encourage PED use. You know what I'm saying? Because what it is, they start trying to combat aging. So to combat, natural diminishment of skills. You know what I mean? The great athletes learn how to adjust. You learn that turnaround jump shot like Jordan did. You learn these type of things. We say all the time, I think Roy's career extended even better if he just goes back to a more fundamental traditional style. Your reflexes are here slow.
Talking about Roy Jones?
And the tape is there. So maybe you need to, go into a fucking high guard. Go into a guard. You can't have your hands here. For example, I used to fight. I had slow hands. I cheated. Because I need these extra 3 or 4 inches pause to get to you. Because I feel I can get it back here to the phone faster than you can get there. You get what I'm saying? So you make these small natural adjustments. Your training got to do that. And these got to combat aging. I start to feel a certain way. They're not pounding their chick out the right way. They want to take these PEDs. Nah, son. Pivot and change your game. And stay great. Derek Jeter never enhanced. Derek Jeter still adored. And people abuse A-Rod and Barry Bonds. You know what I mean? You don't sacrifice your legacy. You can be Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, we pick and choose who we want to forgive,
sure
man.
do.
At the end of the day,
Exactly.
it's just, we human, man. It's the truth. Canelo is still loved.
America
Canelo
wants
get no- he don't get no
America
fat.
wants to forgive Pete Rose for gambling.
Yeah.
America wants to forgive Pete Rose for gambling. Let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. But they don't want to let Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame because he was taking vitamins. So they arbitrarily said, yo, you can't use this.
We pick and choose.
You know what I'm saying? So Pete Rose legitimately took money and credibility and notoriety from the game. Legitimately betting on the game that he controls.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds used, quote, allegedly, hypothetically, the Clear. It's a fucking lotion. He is rubbing a lotion on. And so for that reason, they arbitrarily said, no, you can't use it. You know what I mean? But we adore Michael Phelps, Pop. You know what I mean? So, and boxing is a funny thing. Because, again, boxing is our superheroes. These are men of men. You know what I mean? So I think it hurts the public more. It hurts the feelings.
I think at the end of the day, with the coming to PEDs, they're not going to really step down and put their foot down on these fighters who test positive until somebody get killed and they actually on PEDs. The fighter who actually killed a fighter
that's true,
on
though.
PEDs, that's when they're going to. That's when they're going to actually.
Yeah.
That's when they're going. That's when
I
they're
think
gonna
all
do
them niggas back in the day was on something. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all them niggas was on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's when it comes to PEDs. That's when they're gonna come down.
Yeah,
I hate to
for
say
sure.
that, but it's gonna take somebody to die, and then they find out that fighter tests dirty. That's when they're gonna want to step down, because a year suspension, 6 months, like y'all really don't care about the fighters like y'all say y'all do.
Right.
About my 6 months suspension after I got my payday. Fuck, I got to pay. I got 20
I'm gonna take 6 months off anyway before my next fight, so it ain't. It's not really a suspension. So I'm getting my paper. I was like, that's my problem. It's like, if I'm a fighter and I see the consequences behind that, I'm gonna be honest. That's not telling me not to take it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So you think they need stiffer consequences?
There is stiffer consequences. There is no stiffer consequences when it comes to PEDs.
You don't find the player. You don't find the player. You want to stop PED use? If he pops for PEDs, the 49ers pay. If he pops for PEDs, the motor plays. All of a sudden, everything can get clean.
Yeah.
Everything can get clean. Don't pop in, pop the player. Like, you know what I'm saying? What they do in NCAA.
Like sending your parents to jail for truancy. Get caught.
Pop for PED use in this heavyweight fight. Your promoter on the forfeit this.
Yeah.
I'm the promoter's like, yo, get to it.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers about to start eating.
That's true. That's a good.
That's again. It makes it responsible. Makes you more on it. I like that. I actually like that idea.
Right.
Arizona Cardinals. New York Giants are going to pay money for your transgression.
Right.
Their team is coming down like, well, y'all niggas is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pay attention to the politics of sports. I think we don't need to do that.
What we got next?
Talk about fucking Shakur Martin.
Oh, you want to go right into it?
You want to go right into that?
All right.
I never heard his talking points,
Nah,
so
we
this
ain't hear his
I
talking
didn't hear
point.
his
Go
talking
ahead.
points.
I told y'all that they wasn't going to have to fight, and they had the back door with the bid purse, with the purse, right? The purse bid. I told y'all that. Now, Shakur, you just complained about Haney doing this shit to you, and now you going to do it to Martin? They lowballed him, right? From what the reports from the reports
that's
we're
what
hearing.
KJ, I talked to KJ earlier today. He sent me some shit. I was gonna get into. Yeah, you did.
So what? Shakur's guaranteed 5 for the fight, and he wanted to guarantee Martin 1. And then he hit him with it's the most you ever been paid.
Yeah.
That's the same thing fucking he said to him, right?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. When he across the board.
But is that ever a good talking point though? Because sometimes that might be it might be true. Like it's the most you ever made. Like nigga, take it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
That's what I told you about Terrence Crawford yesterday.
You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. So, that being said, I get it. The most you ever got paid. If I give you the most you ever made in your business, you're fine. But if you see there's more on the table, it's your obligation. It's your business acumen to say, yeah, it's the most ever made, but so is that.
But
so is 2 more million is the most ever made.
Him saying it is the same as Shakur saying it.
Listen, I'm talking about the financial. I'm talking about personality, who ducking who.
But I think I don't have a problem with that statement. It just depends on who it's coming from. Coming from Frank Martin, it's like, yeah, nigga, you probably ain't got no negotiating power. Shakur does though. So when you do it to a Shakur, it's different than doing it to a Frank Martin.
And that's what I said earlier in the point. I said, yo, Frank, you're not in a position to really demand anything.
Nah, take
now,
$1
I'm talking
million,
about what's morally right, what's morally correct, what's morally correct versus what's smart business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Morally on something like, yo, I hold you down, you my man, it's what we supposed to do. Culturally, maybe even in a way. But business-wise, sometimes it's two different things. You know what people always say? It's not personal, it's business. Right before they do the most personal shit to you. It's not personal, it's business. So I'm taking your house because it's business. Now I'm fucking homeless. It feel real fucking personal. And that's what Martin is saying. It feel real personal to me. You know what I mean?
I think it's one of the negotiation tactics that people use. They feel like they was go corner Martin. This is the biggest fight for you. You come off a performance not looking too good. They felt like they was doing Martin a favor, but that's the problem. Martin got Al Heyman and Earl Spence in his corner. They can maneuver around certain offers. They can turn down certain offers. I remember this is similar to Jake Paul and Hakeem Rockman. Hakeem Rockman thought he can corner Jake Paul in the corner with the weight, negotiations. Say, hey, you got a fight coming up. You got people, you got tickets. This is like a 1 week off. You can't cancel. Jake said, I can cancel. I got the reflection for the protection. If it was another black fighter, they would have took the stipulations that you was trying to put on them with the weight at the last minute. This is all strategy, what they try to use. You know what I mean? It's all strategy. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Now Shakur put pressure on himself, if it's true about the negotiation, about the money. The next fighter that he gets in that's negotiating with, he's going to make it. They're going to be the offer going to be a little bit more realistic, where they don't have a pullout, where a guy that can pull out, because now they know there's people that don't care about fighting you if the money ain't right. So you got to be more careful when you presenting this to certain fighters because we looked at Martin. Me and him had a talk the other day. Everybody was calling Martin a duck. He crazy. He shouldn't be taking it down. But I said it's got to be more to it. And don't get me wrong, it can still be considered a duck because you ain't taking the money. I had that same stance with Demetrius Andre, so I'm not about to sit here and flip it and say, well, Martin got it right. No, I felt Demetrius still should have took the fight even though the money wasn't right because he wasn't getting the names. Martin ain't in the position the same thing Demetrius was in. Demetrius could have had the Charlo fight, but Martin has an opportunity to try to make a name for himself. The only problem is it's across the street. It's Top Rank. It's Al Heyman go throw Top Rank a bone with one of his fighters that he's building, and that's the thing.
So here's the Shakur quote. He said, and he added Frank Martin. He said, "What happened to every top dog got to be an underdog? Once again, I'm gonna say this." Boxing full of soft niggas. You should have said no off rip if you didn't want no wreck for real. So, yeah.
But see, that's my.
But how do you feel like? Go ahead.
Let me tell you what Shakur's supposed to say right now. Take this extra money and this ass whooping.
That's essentially what
That's
I feel
what
like
he's supposed to say.
Though.
He's supposed to be like, oh, for real? Now swing the pendulum back in your favor. We're talking about public opinion now. We're not even talking about boxing. We're talking about the actual business of it. Like, yo, take this extra money and this ass whooping. Now you really selling the fight. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give you this money, I'm going to whip that ass, and so-and-so this, so-and-so that. Now you really selling the fight. If it's all about negotiations, that's what you say behind the scenes. Like, yo, take this bread, I'm going to whoop your ass, cuz. Now you stay on this case publicly. I'm going to give him the money. Yeah, he want the money, come on, I'm going to give you a whole extra million, now come get it. Now, blah, this and that. And you talk yourself up and build that fight up. Because what you did, intentionally or unintentionally, you made it personal. You gave it a selling point. This fight now, it's a selling point. We may not have talked about it as much. We damn sure we're not talking about Martin as much outside of us just being fight guys. You know what I mean? So take that. It's a call like, yo, take this money and this ass whooping. You know what I mean? And get on your soapbox and start talking.
Yeah. My problem with it is, you know what I'm saying, my biggest problem is the fact that the purse bid ended because they supposedly went into negotiations and then we didn't get a fight. I got a problem with that. Like almost like Shakur said, if y'all ain't want the smoke, y'all should have said no from the beginning. Why are we going in the purse bid because we're going? Huh?
Martin's a gatekeeper right now.
Why you feel like that?
He's like, yo, for you to get to the next level, you got to get through me. And Martin's standing firm in that position. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Martin is looking toward him being whatever. He's a gatekeeper. And everybody wants you to do this. They want you to have a name. I'm the best name you got available. So therefore, I'm going to maximize my position. He might negotiate himself out through future business.
Yeah.
He might negotiate himself right out of it. Even right now, if he loses to him, a good performance in the rules sets him up for anything not the big three. Not anything else that's him now. You know what I mean? A loss to you solidifies you in the top five sometimes. And sometimes people don't realize that's a good position. I know you want to be number one. I'm one of the best. I'm one of the best, if not the best. That's what this fight could do for me. Once you get the performance on, anybody not named for better, he gets.
I'm gonna say this: you got to look at how Top Rank is moving. To me, using the shanks in the bodies, they're supposed to be doing this. They're supposed to be mandating fights across the street, no matter what. They got to stay consistent in that. I feel personally they only do that when the promoter go to them and say, "Hey, man, we need Frank Martin. Get us Frank Martin, set it up." Move him up the rankings, whatever. Because Frank Martin all of a sudden is a mandatory in the WBC.
He was just next in line because everybody else turned it down.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. But core, the negotiations go, I think I already felt the fight wasn't going to go. Because I said, this building over there. If Al is going to put Frank in. I know you didn't. Huh? But Loma don't turn that down. See, that's the thing.
He gonna fight De Los Santos, Edwin De Los Santos.
Loma running out of options too. So I mean, at the end of the day, Shakur. My point is, I hope Shakur get an opponent, a respectable opponent that we can give him credit for, so he can fight the Devin. I think he just need that Lomo fight so we can see him with the Devin.
Yeah.
I just never thought
that would have been a perfect opponent for him to fight next.
And Frank Martin is a good opponent too. So my thing is,
hey yo man, fuck Devin, okay? Devin don't want no smoke. Fuck out of here.
Devin don't want no smoke. What's the chances that Frank Martin just ain't want no smoke? We done talked about everything except him.
He don't. Yeah. First off, okay, let's start from this point. Okay, the most money you ever made.
Yeah.
Stop looking at my plate.
Right.
This is the biggest amount of food you ever had. You know what I'm saying? For the first time in life, you got the big piece of chicken at the table. But you mad because I got two pieces? But you always wanted the big. Take the fucking money. At the end of the day, you looking at it the wrong way. I remember, for example, I was gonna go play ball, right? I won 60. They like 30. Fuck out of here. I ain't going over the fucking other side of the world for 30 grand. I could work at McDonald's and get that. My dad says, you're looking at it wrong. You're only going for 4 months. See, you talking about 30 a year. You're talking about 30 for 4 months. Put it down to, now you can still go to McDonald's and make another 30 if you want. Right. And I was like, wow. I didn't see it like that. That's what Frank's now looking at. He's like, yo, no damn, people's like, you know you can get more. You know you can get more. That's your idiot friends. You know you can get more. They don't go for that bullshit. Don't sign with that shit. Don't sign with Puffy. Yeah. He gonna jerk you. He gonna take your money. Yeah. And you're right. He robbed everybody. But you know what?
You're giving the publishing back now.
But right now, Total could go on tour and sell out the club. Total come down here and sell out. So, yeah, you got jerked, but in the long run, nah, see, I ain't take no money. Nobody cares about you signing the fucking whatever record label and never existing again. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to make the right decision. And to me, Frank don't want it.
That's tough. I think that's tough. I wouldn't say he don't want it. I just think he has a team that's looking out for his best interest. Now, you made some great points. I think you made some great points. It's hard to look at. But here's the thing. Sean Porter was in the same predicament when it came to Terrence Crawford. When it came to those negotiations, Sean Porter wanted more. Before they even got to the negotiation, Bob never felt Sean was worth $2-3 million, even though he was a two-time champion. I'm just talking about what Bob felt. You get what I'm saying? What Bob felt. So Sean ended up getting more when the negotiations because why? Crawford needed Sean. Sean didn't need Crawford. Crawford was fighting, and that's where it came. That's when the negotiations came. You know what I mean? So I get Frank ain't never made $1 million. My thing is this with my team. If my team have something else lined up better.
Yeah. So the word I got this morning from somebody who said they talked to Frank Martin. He said it was about the money. He said they ain't offering him enough money, and that's flat out what
that's the only.
Yeah. Oh, give bro the mic.
The strength to walk away, I'm to buy my car. The strength of my negotiation power is I'm willing to walk the fuck away. I'm willing to not take this if I don't get the numbers I want. Is Frank willing to walk away? Is he in the position in his career to walk away? After you go with this negotiation, and I'm like, yo, fuck it. This is my final offer. Yeah. You got enough heart to walk away? Because it's gonna become a stalemate. But again, I'm Shakur. Give his ass another $1 million. Give his ass another 750 and say, come on, and move along with it. But
I'm trying to think what does he think he's supposed to get? Dude, let me ask y'all, is $5 million Shakur or $1 million Frank Martin? Is that fair? That nigga's crazy.
I think he understands how good Shakur is. He understands that people got him as the underdog going in the fight. So I'm gonna try to squeeze as much as I can out of Shakur. Hold on. I say 2.5.
2.5?
Heck yeah.
Nah.
Hold on. I'm talking about knowing the position. You need me. I don't need you. And here's another thing that I want you to answer. What if Al is coming to you saying, okay, they offering you 1.5. How about I offer you $500K for another tune-up, and then I offer you Tank Davis after that? We ain't even got to assume how much money he going to get for the Tank. He just getting the Tank fight presented to him. What do you do if that is presented to you with the same offer Shakur is giving them? You got Al on the back end saying, look, I'm going to give you $500K on this tune-up, and then I'm going to give you Tank Davis on pay-per-view.
Well,
If that's the case.
According to the source, they said it was about the money. So we can't entertain Tank yet if he's saying we didn't make the fight because of the money.
But
here's the
thing.
Also, I don't like the narrative saying that Shakur needs Frank Martin because he doesn't. He was just next in line. They didn't pursue him as a first opponent. He just happened to be. Everybody else said no.
Who do Shakur fight next then? Because that's why I'm saying that. I'm gonna stand on
De
it.
La Santos. He doesn't need him. I get it that he's a good opponent. He doesn't need him though.
Is that gonna be pay-per-view?
Huh?
That's not gonna be on pay-per-view
Neither was
that
Frank
wasn't gonna be
Martin. That was gonna be ESPN.
Yeah. I think Frank Martin and Tank Davis is a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah, Tank fights pay-per-view.
You're gonna get way more money in that fight, and I think that could be presented to him if they ain't offering him enough money. My thing is, it's not.
If that's what he has, and we hypothetically, if that's the offer, then absolutely he's making the right move. But I also agree with A. Shakur doesn't need Frank.
At all.
Frank just happens to be here, right time at the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Shakur can make sales Shakur went viral for being in Haney's ring.
I don't think he's a superstar like y'all trying to make it, or he's selling tickets now. We're not saying that now.
Frank Martin.
Listen, Shakur is not a superstar yet. He's ascending that way.
Yeah.
Shakur has everything you want. He's a winning smile. He's young. He's charismatic. He's everything that you want. All we need now is a boxing resume to keep. Shakur is a budding superstar.
That's the thing. He need that opponent, or he's gonna be in another situation like Demetrius Andre. Situation where he's winning, but he's not growing, and that's going to be like that as a fighter. I've seen that with Jamal Charlo. I've seen that with Demetrius. These guys were just fighting guys that really wasn't doing nothing for their careers. They winning, they undefeated, but where are they? And that's the problem. You got to find yourself building to the next stage.
It ain't like he's not trying, but it comes back to the original point. $1 million, I feel, is what Frank Martin deserves. Who's on his resume? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
You have and that's y'all are correct about that. Yeah. I'm not even saying. I think as a fighter, yes, he's deserving. That's a reward.
Yeah.
$1 million, he ain't even probably worth $1 million. Let's just be honest. But that's what you negotiate. Okay, Sean Porter wasn't no $5 million. With multiple losses against the Crawford, but that's what he knew they needed him. He did not need Crawford.
I get that. When you in the position of I get it. I'm not mad at his negotiating power at all. His position is well deserved. He's working it correctly. But don't overestimate your value.
Exactly.
How long?
Yeah.
How long are you going to be the needed one before it's like, take this money or be find someone else? Because what Shakur people are saying is he's a big enough star to sell any fight. May not be any fight. It may not give him a pay-per-view fight, but we could prop his ass up on Showtime and get him someone, and just keep budding and keep grooming his star. Keep grooming his star. We can do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he does well on ESPN. I think all his fights do pretty good on the top ranked cards on ESPN. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shakur got cool numbers. My thing is, I just feel like Frank Martin priced himself out. Now, whether he has Tank on the back burner, I don't know. What I was told from the source, and I can show you the messages, he said specifically they didn't make the fight because of the money.
And I kind of figured, but that's why I was telling you that was my only reason I think he turned it down was because of the money. I think that was just
and to me, I can't accept that, bro, because you're only worth $1 million.
No, I get that, but the fighters turn down those type of offers every other day. But here's my thing, and I'm gonna say this
before.
Lorenzo
Trevino is?
No.
Okay. So this was supposedly a conversation. I guess he grew up with Frank Martin. So this is Shakur talking. Take the offer, $1 million. You ain't the A side. This is how business is. Frank Martin, why would I take chump change? If your team eats, why can't my team eat too? At least Devin Haney had most of the belts. So you can rant about Devin in social media, but I can't call you out for doing the same thing. Make it make sense, fam. Who is right, Shakur or Martin? That's what he asked. That was supposedly the conversation. To me, you priced yourself out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not Shakur. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Listen, it's hard. Listen, it's hard. And my thing is this: yes, he could have priced himself out, but when you got Al Heyman and them in your corner, I don't care what. You gonna be good, okay?
Nah,
so
gonna be good.
I think he's gonna be good in it. But here's the thing that I don't want to happen. Let's say he do turn this down and go on and lose in that freaking tune-up that he might be offered. that can actually happen too, where now you're looking at the offers that you had before and said, dang, I done messed up an opportunity. They did the same thing with Adrian Broner. Broner had $40 million offer from Jay-Z.
I remember that.
And as soon as he started losing, people say, man, that $40 million, you remember that 50, $40 million?
Wasn't he frowning his nose upon it at the time? Like, talking shit
he
about
talked
it?
down on it.
Yeah.
He talked down on it. But my thing is you have to make the decisions, and your team is banking on you as well. So you got to trust yourself as well.
Yeah.
So you still got to go out there and win. But I remember a story. Constantine, this fighter named Constantine from Russia.
You said who?
His name was Constantine.
Okay.
He's I don't forget his first name. I think his first name was Constantine, but he's from Russia. He got 2 eliminators. He had an eliminator to fight in a position to get the Earl Spence mandatory, and he turned it down. He felt like he wasn't ready, which I've never heard really people turning down eliminators. Then he got it again with Ocampos, and Ocampos was supposed to fight him. He turned that down. Turned down 2 opportunities to be in a mandatory to fight for a world title. We're not talking about the money. We're just talking about fighters. He was 34-0. Just letting y'all know this. 34-0.
He was 34-0.
34-0, right? Can't say he ain't ready. That's just how his team was treating him. The dude ended up losing to another Russian who had like 6 losses no one never heard of. The dude never got an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Never got an opportunity. So no, that's why I'm bringing that up. Martin, if you going to turn that down, you better bank on yourself. You better win the next fight, or because again, this could come back to hunt you if you don't take that.
Real quick, we got a celebrity in the building. Young lady who just left was like, that's Ohio Runs Boxing. I follow him on Instagram. I was there, the girl that just left.
Yeah.
She was whispering to the dude, like, that's Ohio Runs Boxing. I follow him on Instagram. So
Hey, yo, man, let me
shout out
all
to
right,
our
listen.
bro, man.
For real, shout out to Brethren, man.
Yeah.
I answer questions about the hat all the time. Let's get to something that I really Spence, he got boots in camp.
That's what they said they was trying to.
Spence,
they said possibly.
$500,000 to get boots in camp.
It's a rumor
to
that
train
they
for
was-
Crawford.
you
We
know
gonna start
what I
with
mean?
you.
What you think about that?
Don't rub that.
This is new.
Yeah, I know, but how do you feel
I
about
posted
that?
the other day.
How you feel about that?
Man.
That's a small move. Is that?
No, man, because Boots, no problem. Boots will take it. I think Boots is if you're going to pay him. But I just wouldn't do it because I want to fight y'all guys, man. I wouldn't want to spar nobody that I actually want to fight. And y'all, we too close right now, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to take that. I'm shocked. I'm just not hearing that. I didn't hear nothing about that. But to me, it just goes to show me
It's a rumor.
Yeah, it's a rumor,
Yeah.
but it just goes to show me, too, that if this is true, Earl is all over the place.
All
Earl, they talking about new trainers.
Coach Calvin.
I mean,
Did you hear that?
Calvin, yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
the Calvin, a lot of stuff, man, and that's not good. They scraping all over the place.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing this. Been seeing the inconsistency from Earl Spence camp. Earl is real. I support Earl. I love Earl. I just rooted against him against Terrence Crawford. But it's always been inconsistency. Even when he was winning, people were saying, well, he could have fought this way, or he could have did this. He didn't get the stoppage because of Blu-ray. It was always something, even when he was winning fights. And Terrence Crawford team, they never had no excuses. They just go out there and do what they were supposed to do. And you seen that. The biggest fight of his career, and we talking about he drained, and we talking about this ain't even his weight class no more. Y'all, you should have been took the fight. And this is the same thing. I was actually happy that he got a stoppage against Ugas. So I'm like, okay, he look good.
Yeah.
But they still come up with excuses. So, but back to this Boots, I don't like it. I think it doesn't make him look good, man. You getting Boots, but you don't want to fight Boots. You want him in your camp. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Let me go back to this. Let me tell y'all. And everybody wants to know him, like, why does Spence lose to Crawford? Everybody says, oh, because Crawford whooped his ass. What the fuck is he looking at? What are you talking about? Ain't
That's all there is to
trained
it.
or so-and-so. You know what happens
End of story.
if you tired and you play sports? Even when you tired, you can still see the ability. You can still, oh, shit, he just a little tired, but he nice. You know what I'm saying? If I get an interception and I can't take it back 100 yards, I gas out at, the 15-yard line. You still like, hey, got the interception. You can see it. We could work on. We could work on win. There's nothing that Spence showed me that he could work on this fast. Let's give him that. Let's give him a trap door. This fast to improve his chances of beating Crawford. All them excuses and shit, no. Fuck out of here, he lost. It is what it is, God. You know what I'm saying? Stop with the bull. No, he was drained. Oh, you know, his goldfish died, or he had a splinter. Nobody want to hear that shit, God. Crawford was the better man at the moment. I ain't gonna say better man. I don't know him. Better man at the moment. And let's let that be it. Now, I told y'all from the door what I would do. If I was Spence, my negotiator, if I'm his people, I'm his Spence, we're gonna go fight Boots. Listen, we're gonna go fight Boots.
You never got to talk about this.
I know, that's why I'm bringing it back up.
Yeah.
Listen, Spence is gonna fight Boots.
I wish Flight was here.
Spence is gonna fight. Listen, Spence is gonna fight Boots. The winner fights Crawford. What we now do is set up a string of mega fights. Spence gets a back-to-back mega fight against Boots,
that's
right?
A guarantee.
That's a mega fight,
You're
right?
You're guaranteeing that man in the retirement.
And then listen. Yeah, I ain't fuck about it. That's his business. You get your ass whooped again. You fight Boots, that's a mega fight. And then you get another mega fight. The winner gets Crawford. So now Crawford has 2 mega fights in a row. Spence has now two mega fights. And if Bud wins, Bud gets 2 mega fights.
You consider Boots a mega fight?
Think about, listen, after he whip on Spence, it's going to be.
Yeah. No, it will be with Crawford, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Yeah. The business model of that. We're not talking about nothing else. We're not talking about nothing else over here. You know, RB over here, you know what I mean? You got the hat, you get Miyagi on me. No, you got to get this kid killed. But you set up this business. This is the business of it. You go fight Boots. Whoever win fights me. Whoever win fights me. Y'all got a mega fight. I threw you a check. You got a bone or so-and-so. And I'm Crawford. I guarantee I'll fight the winner of it. Both y'all give me $1 million out your purse, though. I'll let y'all fight. Y'all figure it out. I set up the mega fight again. Same time next year.
I guess my question is just why.
What do you think about that scenario?
Out of all the fighters you can fight next, you know what I'm saying? Especially getting your ass whipped like that.
I'm probably retiring Spence. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm probably retiring him.
Yeah.
We're talking about the business model. That business model works completely.
I don't have no problem with that. I really, to be honest, I don't have a problem with it. But when I'm looking at it from 2 different perspectives, let me tell you why. For one, if I'm a boxing fan, like we're absolutely, I would love that. If I'm a boxing fan, if Earl goes in there and fight Crawford, I mean Earl go in there and fight Boots, bro, that would be some.
Yeah. Say it again.
I respect him. If he go in there and fight Boots next after the performance of Crawford, that would be so much respect. But here's my thing: as a promoter, if I'm putting him in there with Boots after the performance he had with Crawford, that's telling me I don't trust you no more. That's telling me I'm trying to throw you out there to the wolves. That's telling me I'm trying to put Boots in position and I'm done with you. That's what it's telling. Go ahead.
When I say it's not personal, it's business.
No.
I'm about to do the most personal shit to you. So we gonna retire Spence.
Put that man in the ring with a lion, nigga.
But it's a good.
He gonna get some good things.
Right? No, absolutely. I think.
So all right, let me ask you this though. If you picture Spence having at least 5 more years in his career, who's the more logical opponent to fight next instead of Boots?
Like Lubin,
that's what I said. Yeah.
Lubin or somebody like that. Not even Thurman. I wouldn't even do Thurman because he had 154.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
You got to get your fight. Hold on. You got to get your fighter. This is what I'm thinking. I'm looking at it from a promoter and a trainer's perspective. You got to get your fighder confidence back, bro. He got dominated.
Yeah. Why would you put him in with the same style?
Listen.
Heck no,
I get
bro.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Right.
But I'm talking right now.
If you just talking about money in the business model, that's.
I'm speaking for flight, okay?
Yeah.
Speaking for flight right now.
All right.
I'm just saying, from Price's perspective, yes. You should get a tune-up, you should get so-and-so. But hey, listen, you ain't got time to work your way back up. You want to take these prices and get this check?
Yeah. But this is the thing. He's going to make more money fighting Thurman, though, bro.
He's not gonna make that much fighting Boots.
No. He ain't going to make no. That's not a mega fight, bro. It's just one we want to see. You know what I'm saying?
You know what Crawford did to Spence? Welcome to broadcast TV.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what happened. Listen to the fuck I'm talking about. Welcome to broadcast TV. Fighting free here. Ain't nobody pay-per-view and shit. Okay? You'll get a pay-per-view fight if you fight Boots. Fighting Thurman, that shit coming on what? What we watching that shit on?
Nah, Thurman, you gonna make more money, bro.
On what? The Fire Stick? Because we ain't watching this shit. You ain't paying for it. Get the fuck out of here.
Thurman's not
I ain't paying.
pay-per-view, nigga.
You paying for that?
Hell
fuck
yeah,
outta here.
man.
You ain't
keep
paying
it,
for
keep
that
it,
shit.
keep that shit a buck, bro.
I ain't paying for that shit. Fuck out of here.
Who you gonna make more money? You just said
Outta
it, bro.
here.
Who you gonna make more money with?
Broadcast TV.
Nah, bro.
Broadcast TV.
We like Boost, but niggas don't know Boost, bro.
You is
They know
crazy,
Thurman.
man.
Listen, you could sell boots. Show a couple highlights, you could sell boots. Boots got there talking your motherfucking shit.
Man, Boots don't talk like that, though.
Boost do not talk, bro.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this nigga with his goddamn.
No,
ponytail.
as a fan, I feel what you saying.
Me
bro.
too. That's what I
But
said.
you're
I
not
like
gonna
it.
convince me that you're gonna sell more with Boost than you are with
Broadcast
Thurman.
TV.
This nigga crazy.
Welcome to Channel 7.
I think Keith Thurman, somebody got to give Enos
That shit.
an opportunity, and I think Keith Thurman can do it. Him beating Stanionis will be still a good look,
Stanionis
but it
still
ain't.
fighting.
That shit come
Yeah.
right after TNT. The Hawks play the Pistons. Then you gonna see. Right after the Hawks play the Pistons on TNT, we gonna up next is the Spence and Thurman fight.
Nah, bro.
Coming up next on TNT, shit gonna have.
Nah, they got history too.
That shit gonna have commercials and all. You hear me?
It
That shit
definitely
gonna
is a
have. That shit gonna have commercials and everything. You hear me?
So
I
let me
want to
ask
see
you-
that
well,
shit.
I guess Ugas did retire Pacquiao, but you gotta understand. Anytime you fight Pacquiao, bro, you take some of that fan base with you. You know what I'm saying? Thurman took some of that fan base, dog. You know what I mean? So if you fight Pacquiao,
Go fucking fight over there.
that's why I wanted Bud to fight him, because I wanted Bud to retire him and take that fan base, so Bud could be a pay-per-view star. He should have been that. Bud been calling that nigga out since 2015, bro.
Yep.
I remember him calling Pacquiao out in 2015.
Well, he would have stopped Manny.
Stopped him.
Yep. He would have
Stop.
stopped Manny.
That'd have been violence. You hear me? I might have started a war. You hear me?
He'd have hurt that nigga.
If he fought Pacquiao, I listen. I'm gonna go to that fight in that goddamn country. Because it's gonna be a fucking, like, you know what I mean? But he right, he avoided it. It's small business. He kept, what'd he say? Oh, you don't have the name. You're not so-and-so. That's a telltale sign of your style's trouble.
Yeah, that's what
Your
Canelo
style
did
is
to
trouble.
Andre.
Yeah, your style is trouble. That's what that means.
That's
you
what
don't have
Canelo
enough,
did to
you don't have
Andre.
big enough fights.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna give me trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're teetering enough, I can sell it. Sometimes if you can help just a little bit, you carry 30% of the weight, I can sell it. Pacquiao can sell 70% of the fight.
Yeah.
But you was like, nah, you give me trouble. You
Y'all
know
know
what I
this
mean?
division, all this shit that's happening now could have happened 3 years ago. Pacquiao really held the shit up. You know what I'm saying? He should have been retired. But what should have happened, either Bud or Spence should have retired. I would have preferred Bud. Let me ask you this. If Bud would have beat Pacquiao and then put that same performance he did on with Spence, where would people be putting him all time? Like, would it be an argument that he was top 5?
Who?
Terrence Crawford.
They think he top 5 now.
I'm saying, if he would have retired Pacquiao, that's off of one mega fight, though. Think if he would have got a chance to retire Pacquiao, then did that to Spence. How much more beautiful his career would have been, bro. That's,
Because you got
that's a
Manny
tragedy.
on there, man.
Yeah,
Manny, but y'all talk about price himself out. Manny priced himself out with that. He didn't really want the smoke.
He didn't wanna
with
fight.
Crawford. But it was kind of crazy that that's telling. It's telling to me. They don't want the fight with Crawford, but they want the fight with Earl.
yeah. I would have even loved Errol Spence to knock Pacquiao out and then
Yeah.
fight Bud and Bud do that to him. Spence, he'd have destroyed him on that night, bro. He would have destroyed Pacquiao on
Yeah,
that
he
night.
definitely would have, man.
Yeah, so
I
that's
think Pacquiao like moves and the crowd goes crazy.
yeah.
What's your thoughts about?
Since you made Pacquiao look like an amateur.
Do you think Jamal can come back to being where he once was?
Jamal.
Jamal Charlo.
So y'all know he actually lives with Roy Jones now. I confirmed that he lives with Roy Jones in Pensacola. So when we was talking about it last week, was he his trainer? He is work, but Ronnie Shields recommended that he move down there. So it's still, he still got Ronnie Shields.
So what is? The Roy Jones thing is just. I've been seeing Roy train a couple fighters, man, and it's. I don't know, man. Maybe he need to be around, and it ain't even just the training. Maybe just the mentorship with Roy.
I think that's more what it is. Getting
Roy
his head
experience, Roy, being there and certain things. Something like I said, I'm rooting for Jamal. I'll be honest, I'm rooting for him. I think a lot of us personally, we go through certain things, hard times, man. We have mental breakdowns and certain things like that. You got to hold it together, and he's just a public figure. So a lot of us don't really. We get to see
Jamal.
that. Jamal, we get to see, we witnessing that. We see his reaction. We see how he's talking in interviews, man. He really looked like he lost something, man. And it could
And
be
to
a
answer your
relation-
question, no, I don't see it. Because even his last interview, he said, I'm about 85%, back to normal. And the one where he's talking about he live with Roy Jones and shit. I'm just like, yeah, bro, don't sound like he about to win shit. Like he sound like he about to be gone. Like ain't no coming back from whatever he went through.
Dang, man.
He could just be cool. I don't think he'll ever be that lion again. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing. Sometimes relationships, man, it might be because of relationships. It could be because of something else. But sometimes relationships take a lot out of you, too, man, when things don't work. It can be devastating if you don't have if you live for that person and don't live for yourself. You know what I mean? When you didn't put everything invested into one person, that can be very devastating, man. So,
Facts.
I regret saying what I'm going to say. This is not as much as, I talk my shit. I don't see him returning to his former form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To say, I always tell people all the time, it doesn't have to be the same, but it could be just as good. You know what I'm saying? So, you have friendships. Like, our friendship is going to be the same. Doesn't mean it's not going to be as good as well. We used to seeing, we have to prepare ourselves not to see that. It's not going to be as good. We're just not going to see what we used to seeing. We have to understand that. So get what we're saying here. It's like what I'm saying is, you was a down low force. Now you just, if you're going from a Shaq to Tim Duncan, equally as good. But if you're used to seeing Shaq, the Tim Duncan style might let you down a little bit.
I think he out of here,
And
bro.
I
think he
think
checked
that we're
out.
never going to see. Yeah. I'm rooting for him too. I'm rooting for him too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just rooting for him. This is literally a public. I'm praying for him.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see what we used to see.
No, I'm definitely gonna go get that.
The fact that it's still good. Anyway, to what we used to seeing. And he has to be okay with that. You know what I mean? If I lose my power, I have to allow my boxing ability. You know what I mean? Or if I power, you know what I'm saying? Whatever adjustments you have to make. But
I knew he checked out when him and Andre was talking shit on that live. That nigga just went into some it got hella sus. That nigga just went from talking shit to, why you wanna fight me? And it's the way the face this nigga was making look just, everybody like, man, this shit getting kind of gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the way he was saying it, like, why you wanna fight me? Like a bitch be like, why you even like me? You know what I'm saying? You know how girl, that's how,
he was acting,
you ain't
I
see
gotta
that shit?
see it. No, I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch that today.
Nigga,
I didn't see that.
You
That's
gotta find that
crazy.
shit when him and Andre was on the live going back and forth. Watch how this nigga Charlo, I'm like, bro, he checked out. What they call that shit? What they used to call that shit in New York? 7:30. Like that nigga checked out, bro. He gone, nigga.
Another
He's
thing
gone.
too another thing too.
What? Nah, I ain't never know what that shit meant.
7:30 comes from in jail. That's when they give you that Thorazine and shit.
You said what? Oh yeah.
The medicine locked up. So they're like, oh, you 7:30.
That nigga-
7:30, you go get it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's 7:30. That means you're gonna probably get that Thorazine.
Nah, okay. Well, that nigga's definitely seven. That's the perfect word. Then he's 7:30.
Well, not only that, man, that he's going through. I think, and I heard from what I also heard that him and his brother ain't on good terms, and
Nah, they ain't
that
speaking.
and that plays a big part too. You see your brother get undisputed. You see your brother getting the fight that you've been wanting. I don't care what nobody say, man. That plays a big part, man. That's a devastating feeling too. It's like, dang, what did I do in my career to go this way? And
Yeah.
my brother's.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's a tough
Do you
thing.
look forward or do you look back? And I say that too. Like it's a situation like this. If I have $800,000, I'm richer than 80% of the world. Do I celebrate me being richer than 80%, or do I feel bad that I'm not as rich as the 20%? You know what I mean? So if you're second to your brother, and your brother is the top in the world, and you're better than, you know what I mean? Like it's a weird dynamic. Who you comparing yourself to sometimes? Like, yo, if you walk out here and you could be, and I tell the kids all the time, like you amateur boxing or whatever, almost every room you walk into, you could probably beat up everybody in that room. You know what I mean? But in the sport that you are, that you in, oh, you in the lower echelon. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And where's he gonna go with that? Is he comfortable being like, hey, Lions only, but I'm not the chief lion. I'm not the head lion in his pride. You know what I mean? Can he do? And I don't know if he can do that. Like you said, the brother thing. I'm a vicarious. My brothers is someone I can accept being superior to me or being better than. You know what I mean? Maybe not strangers, and maybe But man, this might be a great case study for sports psychological, sports development, mental aspect of sports, right? Yeah. This is where something that I'm gonna really now pay even more attention to because I'm really curious about it.
Yeah, but check it out. The way that nigga got slapped by Plant, bro.
Shout out to Plant for that shit. Let me show you.
All competitive edge.
Let me show you something. Shout out to Plant because I'm with that bullshit. You forget all that. Forget all that nice shit I just said. I'm with that bullshit. 100% with the tough guy. Shout out to Plant for leading with the left hand, duck up behind. You see him? Yeah. And then with the left, got down low, crouched down behind that right shoulder. Right. The technique was excellent. The slap a clown nigga technique 101. You hear me? Yeah. Slapped him, step to the side, put his head down.
Beautiful.
Pivot. I said, got his head off the line. You heard, son? Oh my God! Shout out to Plant.
Yo,
and I already said
you are a world champion, and you got open hand slap.
Listen, man.
You did nothing. The dog in you is gone.
I already told you how.
I'm sorry.
I already told you how I felt about them Charles and that fake tough guy shit.
Yeah.
They kill me with that fake tough guy shit. I feel like they tough guys for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. You know what I mean? This nigga smacked this nigga. First and foremost. You know what I'm saying?
In front of your girl.
To have the heart to smack a champion, whether you a fighter or not, he's the best in your sport in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like, what you say to me, go?
Yeah. Nah,
walk across the room and smack.
My dad always told me growing up, he said Richard Pryor had a stand-up. He said, if it's a group of black dudes and there's one white boy, that white boy is the craziest one because they wouldn't be around him if he wasn't the craziest.
This is guy. Let me just told you. He just told you. He just told you watch for a brother. Shout out to Bobby Mercer. That's what he just told you.
But yeah, man, you talk about that slap, but I think overall, man, I hope Jamal, man, I hope he mentally gets back to where he needs to be, though, man. I think he
just in life, though.
Just
not
in
even
life,
just
man.
A fighter,
it ain't even just. It ain't even about boxing. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm very rooting for him, man. I go through personal things myself, so I made a little joke. I posted it on my page. I don't know if y'all saw it with Jamel. Looking like Don King, and everybody had their little jokes. But I also made it, and I saying in the caption, I also said, I'm wishing him the best, man. I make my little jokes here and there, but I definitely wish him the best, man. Hopefully,
boxing. It's strictly about boxing.
Yeah, hopefully he's able to bounce back, and like I said, and just in his personal life too, not just boxing, man. Even if he don't even continue with it, man, you got to get back to where you was mentally and healthy, man.
Listen, I don't want the nigga to get hit by a car or nothing, or die in a burning building. Yeah. I ain't talking about your personal life. I hope you make a lot of money and have sex with a bunch of beautiful women. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, God. I'm talking about your boxing shit.
I don't know if I want to see him in the ring, bro. Nah, I think.
That's how I know he's not right. That's how I know he's not right.
What?
Plant the slap set up a fight.
Yeah.
That set up a fight. That set up. Listen, that was already the build-up. That was everything. Yeah. That they should have been on the phone right away. Fuck that. We're going to fight right now. And that not happening? That's that fake tough guy shit, son. That's that fake tough. Listen, that's that fake tough guy shit. Again, them Charlos is well known for that shit. Man, fuck out of here, son. Nigga smacked you, God. Like this. And you a champion. You know how much it would take for you to smack me in front of my friends and my brethren?
And your girl, bro.
You know what it take? You got a lot of heart. You smack one of these gentlemen I'm around.
And then you just walk
because it's already go time. Yeah. You got a lot of heart if you put your hands on one of my select four over here on our fight bookies, and I'm around. It's go time, God. It's go time. I might just hit your man. He hit you, I hit his homeboy. Like, well, we gonna get to this anyway. So, you hear what I'm saying?
But it's something about an open hand.
Listen,
an open hand.
Listen,
or
son,
a foot, nigga.
That's up the fight. You couldn't set up a better fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's personal too.
The ring, bro.
It's personal too. Nah,
it's beyond the ring.
You separate them niggas and get on the phone to promoters. Separate immediately, like call.
But I'm saying, how you gonna feel?
The other Charles.
Do you want to take that to the ring, or do you want to?
Them niggas should have been listening, son.
It's personal.
Yeah, you want it how you got it. You got to get it.
They should afford there and in the ring.
Thank you.
They should afford there.
His demeanor, the way he was moving, like he was okay with it. It was just like, oh y'all.
I'm telling you, bro, he's gone. He's checked out.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but Joel, I brought you up, man. I hope you get better.
Hey, let's talk about the chubby guy in jail, man. What's going on with this, man?
Who you talking about?
What's about the fat guy in jail here, man?
Oh, Big Bo.
What is you doing,
Bo cooks up the blow. Michael Choppy, Mayo, you count the profit.
What you carrying?
Hold up, bro. My shit is on the streets. It's where the Jakes will never stop it. Big Bo. Shout out to Big Bo.
Right. Yeah, listen, son.
They said it was some Spence fans. They said it was some Spence fans in the UK waiting for him.
Yeah.
It's shit like that. Go see shit he did. Shit he do shit like that. Shit triggers my accent. You hear me? I'm like, yeah, son. See that shit like that. Son.
Do you think? Because I don't even think we talked about that as much either with Bomac. Do you think he bought a pistol up there?
Bro, I have no idea.
I mean, like he could have. I don't see him just carrying a pistol.
Yeah, he had to buy it when he was there.
He had to buy a nice gun up there, and the bad boy was loaded. Maybe he was testing it. But that's the only explanation I can give for him carrying a pistol.
Just why though, nigga?
Especially in another country, because they don't play about that type of stuff.
Bro, we just saw Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They hate the angry Americans, right? They hate the angry Americans out of the country, right?
Yeah.
So boom, you get the pistol, whatever. You need it for protection, whatever. Shit don't go with you. And at this point, you could pay whatever. You got the bread, right? Got the bread to pay whatever. Yo, I need the pistol. Boom. When I leave, that shit leave. That shit stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? At the least, if not $1 million. Yeah, I need it for the moment. It gotta go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why are you making these idiot mistakes? First off, if that's the case, get fucking security.
Right. You got beef on the plane, nigga. What you need at the airport?
Security. What the fuck is you doing with JC? Yeah. I use his ways to keep my Glock in. What the fuck he for, right? So if we go out of town, we whatever, and we need to get protection. You know, God forbid, hypothetically, allegedly, it's never gonna happen, right? We get it. It's time to go. All right, man. Fuck that shit. That shit got to stay here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much I pay for it. It was useful in the moment. It's disposable to me. Right. I love it. I'm taking it with me. It's mine. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, you fat motherfucker. And that's what you do.
I just thought about this though. You think he might be taking the charge for somebody else that was with him? Bomac.
Unless it's the bag, man.
I'm saying he D-rocking the shit.
That could be the case because that's just not like Bomac. So this is characteristics. Characteristics is so important to me.
Because he might have had somebody. He might have had security. He was like, I'll take the charge. You know what I'm saying?
You know why?
Take the charge because the other one's got felons. He ain't got no record.
You go.
Come on, man.
Not that I know if that mattered in another country, but it might be some situation like that.
That's a great point, but them felons don't travel.
Shout out to D-Rock.
Them felons don't travel.
Right, yeah.
They can't even get in the country. They're not letting you in here. You're a fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
So unless you taking the charge for the bag, no. You know what I'm saying? Unless you taking the charge for the bag, no. There's no way you don't stop the bread. You get what I'm saying? You D-Rock did for D-Rock did it for Big. He didn't do it for no.
These felon
niggas don't. They can't even get out the fucking country.
Facts.
So unless it's for who you know, him, nah, no. You made a mistake.
Okay.
I feel you made a mistake, but you own up to like, yo, that's what you say. I made a mistake. I didn't know. I didn't have a whatever. I mean, you can work your way out of it, but nigga, UK gun laws is nuts. Hey, yo, son, UK gun laws is crazy. UK gun that man
in the UK and then trying to bring it back out. There's nothing. I mean, what Liam Smith people's got beef with Eubanks, and I'm like, it ain't that serious. I think he seen a nice gun, somebody sold him, and he tried to bring that bad boy back. That's how beautiful it was. They didn't say what type of gun it was either. Did y'all get what type of gun it was?
Who?
Did y'all hear what type of gun?
What type of gun it was?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. Smoke Session Sports Entertainment. Shout out to you, bro.
What's good, boy?
Who?
Mail it home.
Something,
Disassemble
nigga.
it and mail it home.
Why did you think going to the airport was ever gonna work, bruh? Like, you know
that's just so, but that just let you know, Bomac ain't about that life. He ain't that type of dude. Cause let me tell y'all, hold on, but that's the thing. I went to jail for 2 days, and let me tell you, I got a charge. This is when I walked in on the woman who I thought was my baby mama. I can share this. She was sleeping with another guy with my daughter in the room. So I lost it, man. I tore that whole place up. You know what I'm saying? Jumped on the dude. Back tan her, she was helping, and that's what got me a charge, right? So I got a charge, and I called down there. Now, mind you, I don't know nothing. I ain't never been to jail before. I called down there, and they tell, oh, yes, Mr. Null, we got a warrant for your arrest. I'm like, oh, snap. So I hang with guys that ain't never did jail time either. All the dudes I hang with, we ain't never went to jail. We ain't never did that. So you know what I did? I said, well, I'm going to have to turn myself in anyway so I can get this out the way. I turned myself in on a Friday, y'all.
Oh, damn.
So I ain't had no street dudes to tell me. My boys was like, that's good. You ain't got to work. You got Monday and Friday. You work Monday through Friday. You off Saturday and Sunday. Turn yourself in on Friday, man. You be up out of there.
That nigga.
Now that just goes to show you, I ain't about that life. I wasn't in the streets like that. I don't know nothing about if you turn yourself in on a Friday, you gonna stay in there till Monday. You see what I'm saying? I had 4 bologna sandwiches. They was moving me to cell down there in the jail. It was horrible. But yeah, that's exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. That fell off my record, you know what I'm saying? Misdemeanor. But my point is, I didn't know anything about it. And Bomac, he has to, you got to know. But there's some people, he might have took the rap from somebody else because that just don't seem like Bomac to be one to take a gun going in. That just don't seem like him.
You might not be taking UK serious. You know how niggas get in new cities, like New York niggas come to Columbus, they think shit's sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Till you wake that game. Nigga get in a new country, like, oh, this shit look lax. He might have thought the shit was just lax, where they was simple enough. Like, these simple motherfuckers, I can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Try to pull some slick shit, thinking it was sweet over there, you know what I mean? And got caught up.
Ain't no way, man.
Also, man, and you bitch ass nigga, you only get half a bar. Fuck you, nigga. The rundown is ours. You heard me? The rundown, you homo ass nigga. I see you got the rundown and all that, you bitch ass nigga.
Hold on, nah, we can say his name, bro. Champ side, nigga. I personally, I ain't speaking for nobody on this panel, man. I don't fuck with you, nigga. I don't fuck with you at all, bro.
You only
if
get
you
half a
happen
ball,
to see this
man.
shit,
Fuck you,
biting
nigga.
ass bitch, nigga. I swear. Fuck that nigga. Go ahead.
Sorry, man. You only get half a ball, man. Fuck you, nigga. No, we know crazy. Maybe Bomac is, because it might just be a situation where, like, I don't have the record. I can beat this, and it could be that. You know what I mean? Maybe his integrity, his moral, his street code is kicking in. I just think it was a dumb move. Crime and all that shit. When you make idiot moves like that, it is what it is. You know, as they say. So, yeah, you should know that. Yeah, Bomac got a nice bag and shit.
Goofy,
and we all know that they'll chase your bag just on GP. We just want to burn your money up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got to pay it. You can fight this. We just want to burn your money up. Fighting the case out of country is wild. That's just wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the angry American, you never know what's going on, man. It is what it is, yo. Some other topics, man, I know that we want to discuss on, but I got a question for you. Somebody asked me your favorite Columbus fighter. Your favorite Columbus fighter.
Amateur or pro?
Amateur, like, well, let me see. I'm sorry, because the exact word was your favorite Columbus fighter that didn't move on, like that just kind of stopped, like the one you see your favorite or the one you had the most untapped potential. Donald Anderson. That was the consensus. Shout out to you, DA. Shout out to you, DA. That was the.
Was that bro that fought Sean Porter?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He fought Porter right after the Pacquiao camp. Pacquiao had Porter in for camp, and he flew in and flew here specifically to spar with Donald.
He got he talk a lot of shit. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he do.
Because I'm trying to think, it's the same
He's
nigga.
grown into it. He's grown into his shit.
He kind of big, like.
Yeah, he big now.
So, me and that nigga was getting into it I didn't know who he was. Like, we was watching Wilder Fury. My niggas thought me and him was about to fight because we was going back and forth. He was in a row in front of me. He just kept doing that switch up shit, and he was talking shit.
Yeah.
1 minute you with Wilder, then the next minute you with Fury. I'm like, bro, only a Columbus nigga be flipping like this. Shout out to bro, but it was cool at the end, you know what I'm saying? But he showed me the video. He did show me the video of him fighting Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, because he said he was up in Blackburn, too. Yeah, he showed me the video. So, he looked like he was all right.
Donald was definitely a good talent, man.
When you watch that sparring match, it's a difference. It's a bona fide difference. One is clearly better than the other. To the point where I'm gonna turn it up now because I feel some sort of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all see when they watch it for yourselves.
Bro, I got to slide here in a minute, y'all.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Flight, man. You call in though. You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, we gotta probably hang it up now because I gotta take this in the car, so we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, hey, y'all, it was good. We just chopped it up. We did it on the fly. We didn't have our stuff all put together, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, we kept it moving.
It's about consistency. So I'm Marcus, Ohio Run Boxing. I'm one of your fight bookies. I'm out, man.
Again, this is Large Jumbo, your heavy duty cutie. You hear me, Cuddle Monster, man. Your auntie really love me, God, but
And this your boy,
you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. 1-4 for the almighty fight bookies, man. Like I said, you ain't seen a better team with this, man, since the Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your boy Alex, man. Please stay tuned, man. We're gonna have a facelift here in a second, man. We about to step it up, bro. We're gonna be looking. Yeah, so we'll holler at y'all next week, man. Peace.